Hey everyone, so let's begin our practice by gradually allowing our bodies to settle onto the seat. Embracing this opportunity for quiet and pause in the midst of life unfolding. Here's a chance to really rest and also to connect with ourselves and to what is true inside. And maybe to connect also with the wider world through our practice. Maybe you'd like to momentarily bring to mind why it's important to you to be here. Why is your practice important? What is the difference it makes in your life? Maybe noticing what comes up in the body around this question as sensation, or maybe as feelings in the heart, or even as thoughts. And now we'll let go of this question on motivation. Let it drift into the background as we arrive a little more into this body here, into this moment now. Feeling where the body presses against the seat and the floor. Maybe spending a few moments with our out breath. And each time we release breath, feeling ourselves becoming a little more present and at home in this body here. Letting go of involvement in thinking. As we become more present, we might start to notice what's here inside. So maybe we could scan a little bit through our body, beginning at the crown of the head, feeling what's here. And then sinking gradually through the interior of the head, touching the face and ears and back of the neck with our attention. Just bringing curious interest. What can I feel in this part of the body. Dropping down to the neck and the throat, shoulders, arms, hands, wrists. Bringing a friendly and soft attention. Moving through the back and the chest and down the torso. To the hips and the base of the torso. Buttocks on the seat. And then the thighs and down to the knees and the calves, shins, ankles. See if we can release ideas and concepts about our body and just feel the direct sensation of the body. Now landing in the feet, the toes. And opening up to a sense of the whole field of experience that is our body. Again, letting go of the ideas and concepts, the image of the body, and instead feeling, being the body. Now we'll rest here in our heart, in the midst of this body and in the midst of this day, this place. Our senses open. No need to strive to get somewhere or be different in this moment. I'm noticing if there's something here that's troubling you or niggling at you or taking over a bit. Just including this in the practice. What does this feel like? Is it possible to allow it to be here with kindness? We're going to begin a little contemplation on the simple things in life that we can savor and be grateful for and appreciate. And I'm going to read this poem as inspiration before we look at our own lives. So if you want to continue to sit as you are, resting in the body, ready to receive whatever response you have to this poem, which is called Somewhere in the Universe, and it's by Rosemary Watola Trauma. There is this hour when my mother and daughter and I are side by side, shaping soft red dough into tiny balls to add to the green spritz wreaths. The kitchen smells of almond and butter, and there are carols on the stereo, and it's going to snow. Yes, I know there are thousands of imperfect moments, but there is also this moment when I find myself smiling in a small kitchen, in a narrow river valley, in a vast mountain range, on a large continent, on a smallish planet, in one galaxy among the hundreds of billions that somehow all belong to a universe that's expanding faster than we think it should. And as I hum along to a medieval hymn about how a rose is blooming, my heart scoured, my heart full. How is it I, too, am a chord unfolding from minor to major amid the cold of winter? How is it I am a rose blooming bright, faster than I think I should? This dark season, strangely blessed. Just being present to whatever arrives in you from hearing these words. And maybe there's just a fleeting impression, maybe a feeling or a sensation, or maybe the poem passed you by. There's no right or wrong response, just being here for what shows up for you. And maybe now we can bring to mind an experience from our own life, maybe a simple moment, such as the one described in the poem. One of the kinds of moments that might easily pass us by, but one that when we bring it back to mind, we realize actually that's a very precious thing, precious moment that we could easily lose our appreciation of. So seeing if you can bring to mind such a moment. Noticing what it feels like to let this come back in and to allow it into our system. Giving ourselves a chance to really let it in. Feeling gratitude, perhaps, savoring what's precious within this memory. Letting it rest in our heart. And then we'll let the memory go and just sit for a moment or two in a really casual way, noticing what's here now. No agenda, just being. Finally, we'll dedicate our practice. So just taking a moment to drink in anything that feels beneficial from this little sit, with the intention to carry it with us into the next moments of our day and into our life, to share with others also. Okay, we'll close our practice here.